My son's science project triggered a school lockdown. He built a radio. My son Kenzo spent the summer teaching himself to build a working AM/FM radio from scratch for his 8th grade science fair. No kit, no instructions, just YouTube tutorials, a $30 soldering kit, and about 100 failed attempts in our garage. He soldered every circuit himself, tested it for what felt like ages in the garage, and nearly cried when it finally picked up a signal. I dropped him off at school early that morning feeling like the proudest dad in the world. The call came at 10:47 a.m. I remember because I looked at the clock when my phone buzzed and thought it was too early for the science fair to be over. But it wasn't the school calling to tell me Kenzo won. It was the front office, and the woman's voice was shaking. "There's been an incident. Your son brought a device to school and we've had to evacuate. We need you here immediately." I broke about 6 traffic laws getting there, and when I turned onto the street, I couldn't even get close. Cop cars blocking every entrance, fire trucks, an ambulance, yellow tape stretched across the parking lot like someone had died. I parked on someone's lawn and ran toward the school until an officer grabbed my arm and told me I couldn't go any further. "My son is in there. That's why you can't go in, sir. The building is in lockdown." "Because of what?" "A student brought a suspicious device. We're treating it as a potential threat. It's a radio. He built it for the science fair." The officer looked at me like I'd just told him the sky was green. He said they couldn't take chances. That protocol was protocol, and that I needed to wait behind the line like everyone else. So I waited. I waited while parents around me panicked. I waited while the news helicopter got lower. I waited while a bomb squad van rolled past me and parked right in front of the gym doors. An hour passed, then 2, then 3. I called Kenzo's phone so many times it went straight to voicemail. I called the office and got a busy signal. I texted him, "I'm outside, everything will be okay," even though I had no idea if that was true. A mom next to me was on the phone with a lawyer. Another dad was screaming at a firefighter. I just stood there, watching men in blast suits walk in and out of my son's school. When they finally let parents inside, a cop escorted me directly to the principal's office. Dr. Barrera was behind her desk looking like she'd rehearsed this moment. Kenzo was in a plastic chair against the wall, hunched over, arms wrapped around himself like he was trying to disappear. His eyes were red and puffy. He didn't look up when I walked in. Dr. Barrera started talking before I could even get to my son. She explained that a security guard had observed Kenzo setting up an unidentified device with exposed wiring and an antenna, and had followed protocol by alerting administration. She said the device was emitting a signal that could not be identified, and that given the current climate, they had no choice but to treat it as a credible threat. I asked if anyone had asked Kenzo what it was. She said there wasn't time. They had to prioritize student safety. I asked where the project was now. She paused, then said the bomb squad had neutralized it. I didn't know what that meant until Kenzo finally spoke. "They broke it, Dad. They smashed it with a robot and then cut it apart. They didn't even turn it on." 2 months of work gone, because nobody asked a single question. And then Dr. Barrera folded her hands and said we needed to discuss Kenzo's role in the disruption. She said he had failed to properly notify the school about his project, and that disciplinary action might be necessary. I asked her if she was joking. She said she was not. My son was facing suspension for building a radio. Before Dr. Barrera could say another word, the office door opened and a man in bomb squad gear walked in. He was holding something in his hand, a piece of circuit board with wires hanging off it, what was left of Kenzo's radio. "Sergeant Delgado," he said, "not to us, but to Dr. Barrera. And I need you to explain to me why my team just spent 4 hours responding to a science fair project." Dr. Barrera straightened up. "The device had exposed wiring and was emitting an unidentified—" "It's a radio." Delgado's voice was flat. "An AM/FM receiver. The kind kids build for science fairs. The unidentified signal was 98.7 FM. It was tuned to the pop station. We destroyed this boy's project while it was playing Taylor Swift." He set the destroyed circuit board on her desk. "My daughter goes to this school. She spent 3 hours on a football field because nobody in this building thought to ask a 13-year-old what he built." He looked at me, then at Kenzo. "I'm filing a report with the district and the city. And if I hear one word about this kid facing disciplinary action, I'll make sure every news station that was circling this building today knows exactly what happened here." Dr. Barrera didn't say anything. She just stared at the burned-out piece of radio on her desk. The security guard got transferred to a different school. Kenzo rebuilt his radio from scratch and took first place at the regional science fair. And when the judges asked how he stayed motivated after what happened, he just shrugged and said, "I really wanted to finish what I started."